Tonight on the Countdown, Eddie Lack, Swedish for ripping out our beating hearts while Trevor Linden eats them at the next team dinner, and Flamancerin, the new Lady Viagra. Who cares how she feels emotionally? Good evening, newsers. The Vancouver Canucks are killing off our favorite characters quicker than Game of Thrones ever did. Eddie Lack has been ripped from us, and in return, we get a little kid defenseman from Quebec. Well, that's light replacing the beloved character Jon Snow with a baby named after Samuel Tarly. Well, let's see if Guillaume Brisebois needs a dragon glass dagger to protect him as he's sacrificed to the White Walkers or the hockey media.
Caps fan or Canucks fan?
Now I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan.
What about growing up?
Growing up, I was watching the Habs, yeah.
The media really grilled him. You hear how they forced him to admit he grew up a Habs fan? Gripping. At least this little baby won't cheer for the Montreal Canadiens anymore. Well, until we trade him there and he wins a Stanley Cup, that is. Brisebois has some leadership skills, I suppose. He was elected captain of the Katy Bathurst Titan, and all the scouts are talking about his hockey IQ. And after all, hockey IQ is the only intelligence quotient that matters in Canada. Side note, hockey IQ is determined by the player's age divided by the player's passing percentage times 100, minus all the noise and speculation in the hockey media. I do believe Professor Cherry administers all hockey IQ tests here in Canada.
Beauty!
Moving on! Scientists have invented a drug that will effectively increase a woman's sex drive. Finally, the days of intimacy and emotional connection are over.
Controversy exists between whether this is a gender-biased issue in the sense that we don't have a drug for female sexual dysfunction. We have about 26 drugs for male sexual dysfunction.
It is completely sexist that men have over 25 different drugs for sexual malfunctions, and women don't have a single one.
She needs medication every day.
And this Viagra parody makes it abundantly clear how sexist it really is.
If you're having trouble getting a boner, and you'd like to have a boner, call your doctor, and maybe he can help you get one. What the f***? Are we really so far behind that we don't think women have the right to sexual desire? Yet again, we come second.
That parody is so sexy, and it makes it seem like Flamancerin will get your girl turned on if you just stop being a sexist pig. Let's pretend for a moment women can think for themselves. How do they sign up?
First of all, let's look at this pill. It was a failed antidepressant. It's effective for about 1 in 10 women. It's only approved for women in stable heterosexual relationships who don't consume alcohol, who used to have sexual desires and don't anymore, who are premenopausal. I love when a drug or something moves a conversation forward.
What? All this hubbubaloo is about talking? Isn't that what we're trying to avoid? Well, if we've started talking about women's sexual health, then it's a good thing, right? Wrong. Asexuals have spoken out against Flamancerin because they were born with no sexual desire, and that's who they've always been. Playing with their brain chemistry would effectively change who they want to be and who they want to be with.
I'm fine with my own asexuality, and if there were to be a cure, I don't think I'd want to pursue that.
Alrighty then. The Asexual Visibility and Education Network, known as AVEN, has been working full-time setting the asexual agenda, no doubt threading our family values right to the core. Imagine a world where people get married, but they have no interest in having sex with each other. This ideology has to stop, or it will lead us into a world where couples get married in matching windbreakers. Newlyweds will travel to the shoe swap in an RV for their honeymoon, and when they get there, they'll go on hikes with matching walking sticks. And the worst examples of how these desireless couples will affect the world will be reflected in our economy. Without sex, these couples will have time to establish a solid financial plan and develop a budget they'll actually stick to. With no need to borrow money, how long will our financial institutions survive? Will somebody please think about the banks? That's it for the Countdown, newsers. I'm John Kerrigan.